live from Canada Field here in Canada. The Vancouver Legion are going to take on the Sioux Falls Sparrows live on the SFL Network here on YouTube, presented by APM Music. My name is Eric Vinson, alongside the Bronze Bomber himself, Matt Willson. Mike Daggs is on stat. Jeez, I'm mixing you guys up already. Sorry about that, Matt.
We're one person.
So what are we expecting out of this contest here today?
Well, Vancouver's coming off a win, but they really need to get their offense going. They're averaging less than 12 points a game. On the other hand, Sioux Falls was flying high until they ran to a brick wall called the Alaska Storm, and they lost 37-3. If Sioux Falls can get back on track, I like their chances. Or if they're still reeling from the Alaska game, Vancouver may pull the upset. We'll just have to see on the field.
And we are getting a look at the coin toss right now. Sioux Falls in the all-white uniforms. Vancouver coming out in the blue with the gray and white trim. And we are about to get things set here. Sioux Falls teeing the ball up. Prefontaine will go ahead and start things off. And this should be a great contest here, as Vancouver will get the ball to start off their third home game in a row. And we are underway. Stevens will field the ball at about the 10-yard line. He'll bring it up the field following blockers out to the 32-yard line. And that is where the former Carolina Skyhawk, Mark Biddix, will come out and take control of this offense. What are we looking for on offense for Vancouver, Matt?
Well, they got to get their dual running game going. They have a explosive halfback-fullback combo, but they haven't quite found the balance yet. So hopefully they've worked on it during practice this week.
Not a ton of rushing yards between the two of them. Hopefully they did get the kinks ironed out. They're going to start with a pass to start things off, though, as Biddix throws it out to Jonathan Sanchez, the fullback portion of that halfback-fullback combo. And they start off with a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, Sanchez, the starting running back last year, moving into the fullback position, which is, I think, an SFL first.
I don't think it's happened quite that often, so we'll have to see how that pans out for him. Like you said, this running game for Vancouver just hasn't quite hashed itself out just yet, and with two back-to-back passes, they might be focusing on the passing game, as he was looking for Stevens into, quadruple coverage, and that's incomplete.
If you're going to throw it to Cade Stevens, throw it to him in the middle of the field. That way you're sure he's in bounds.
You can already see Andy Hamilton squirming in his seat from that comment.
Yeah, well, much love, Andy.
Jonathan Sanchez, Cody Hill are your fullback and running back respectively, alongside Trevor Farrell and Brett Killian at wide receiver for Vancouver. So 3rd and 6 here, into the middle of the field once again looking for Stevens, and that falls incomplete. And this Sioux Falls defense holds strong for a 3-and-out.
It's kind of an odd sequence of play calls here. I mean, to me, I'd want to have all my high-paid key players on the field at the same time, and you kind of gone away from the run into shotgun formations. I don't know. Maybe they were just testing Sioux Falls' defense. I mean, they did look pretty leaky against Alaska last week, but they're looking in the zone today.
I think that was a bit of an outlier, honestly. It was very strange to see them kind of reeling the entire game, never quite able to get anything going. But we will see what Julian Tyree and company can do with the football, as they will take over at the 35-yard line. Speaking of Tyree, what are we looking for on the Sparrows offense here today, Matt?
Like I said, the Sparrows don't run quite as much. They're more of a short, medium passing attack, but that was just totally stymied by the Alaska Storm. So we'll see if Vancouver is up to the task of, repeating the task. 3 points. That's a rarity in the SFL on offense.
Only place to go is up, as Colin Hart gets his first carry of the ball game and goes absolutely nowhere. He stood up at the line, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up here.
Yeah, the rookie not doing too much of that first carry, and we'll see if what Sioux Falls decides to do here. I'm expecting some kind of short pass, but yeah, I think they're passing for sure.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good bet, as Tyree comes under center. No running backs behind him. He's going to throw a quick slant over to the right-hand side, and that's caught. That's A.J. Warren on the reception. It's going to be a 3rd and short coming up here.
Yep, just what I figured. Short pass. gets them to a third and whatever you want. I'd probably like to see the halfback get another carry here, but we'll see what the Sioux Falls defense or offense wants to do. And then the gun, which is really confusing, but okay.
Especially on a 3rd and short. Only 109 passing yards last week against Alaska, but they're going to get a first down here off a wide open play out to midfield, and we'll move the sticks as McGee gets the catch.
Yeah, and then they're looking to catch Vancouver in a mismatch there, because even though they were in the gun, Vancouver was in a 4-3, and that could be a very dangerous situation with wide receivers running free.
So 1st and 10 from midfield, offset I formation, 3 wideouts for Tyree. He's going to take a short drop and hit as he's thrown, and that's going to fall incomplete. Good pressure by the Vancouver defensive front.
Yeah, Ross there, he got some pressure. Almost got to Tyree, but the old vet knows when to get rid of the ball and not take a devastating sack like that.
We mentioned Tyree and Hart on the offensive end for the Sparrows. A.J. Warren had a catch earlier. Sean Harrelson and Riley Porter are the wide receivers alongside Craig Hearn, who is at tight end for Sioux Falls. Going to do a little play action here right over the middle, and that's a first down. Just about the entire defense wrapped up Warren, but that's another first down. They'll move the sticks.
There's a case they're using that 4-3 defense against them. You know, they think you're going to run it, and nope. Here's the pass, and if you don't have decent linebackers, you're in deep trouble. And Vancouver has one in Frank Champion, so that could be a bit of a mismatch. They only have one key linebacker on the Vancouver side of the field.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. 1st and 10 from the 39. Colin Hart's going to get his 2nd carry, and again, much like the first, he's going to get stood up right at the line there.
Yeah, they're stopping Hart, but I don't think that's the key to beating Sioux Falls. I think you got to stop the passing game, make Hart beat you. And the way Vancouver's defense has been called so far, here we go, another 4-3. Let's see if Sioux Falls says, yeah, we got our two receivers on the side there. We're just going to go to them.
Handoff again to Hart. Has some room this time. Gets absolutely thumped. That was a heck of a hit there by one of the corners, Markham Lopez. That's the safety coming up from his spot to lay the lumber, and that's going to be 3rd and 6 coming up.
If Vancouver are happy with that, you want them to run in those situations. Let's see if they can get them in another mismatch. See, now the defense is ready for a pass. Let's see what Vancouver can step up here and make a play.
3rd and 6 for Tyree, who's under center. He's going to sidearm it over the middle of the field, and is that a caught ball?
Wow.
Sean Harrelson comes down with that. Unbelievable.
Let's check the replay here and see what Harrelson's handiwork. Well, Tyree slipped that in somewhere.
Definitely wasn't anticipating a catch here.
That's
right behind the tight end.
Tyree.
Wow.
Tyree threw that, and he just reached his arm out and said, "Him." That's how you help your quarterback out, though. You know, he didn't give up on the play. He just extended a little extra and got that.
This has trouble written all over it as Colin Hart gets stopped way behind the line. Marquise Reed coming up from his safety spot, making the stop right there, but that was good defensive pressure.
And again, it looks like Vancouver's key is to stop the run. They've done a very good job of that so far. But can they stop the passing attack? It hasn't happened yet.
Trey Lawson and Major Key are the corners for Vancouver. Franco Sonati down there at defensive tackle as Colin Hart gets another handoff, and he gets a good chunk of yards out to the 17. Still going to be 3rd and 7, though, when we come back here. So 3rd and 7. 4 wideouts, Tyree under center. This is the same formation they've been working with each 3rd down, and again it works as they get another first down. That's the tight end Craig Hearn, who had no catches last week at all. Down to 1st and goal at the 6.
They can put it on the board. He just had one there. And Vancouver's defense, again, playing for the deep ball. They all backed up, and that's Sioux Falls' game. You want to stay in more of a mid-shallow zone in that situation and see if they can beat you deep, because most of their routes are fairly medium to short.
Vancouver stacking the box a little bit, ready for the run, and they are, as they drag down Colin Hart right at the line. They'll give him a yard, but I think that's more of a sympathy yard.
But again, Hart hasn't been a factor, but look where we are. We're on the Vancouver 5. So you can shut them down the whole game, but I don't think you can win the game just by shutting down the running game. You got to get in these receivers' faces and cause some incompletions, some turnovers.
Tyree to throw this time. Has a wide open Hart over there. Can he get to the corner? No. He'll get stopped at the 1-yard line. Great pursuing defense out there by the safety.
Yeah, they didn't have a zone out there for Hart, and he almost scored, but not quite. So we'll see if they go run or pass from the 1. Again, I'd give it to my halfback, my rookie, but Sioux Falls seems to go against the trend.
They certainly have so far, at least. So 3rd and goal from the 1. Can Vancouver get a stop here and force the field goal? Handoff to Hart. Hart not able to reach the goal line. In fact, he'll lose a yard, and a field goal attempt by Prefontaine is coming up.
And now you see why Ramos does all the plays, not me. I don't call any of the plays. Sometimes I ignore him when I'm on the field, but you know.
Well, to be fair, I don't think that you were looking for a stretch play on that call either.
I went with a direct handoff, but
4 minutes left as Prefontaine attempts this chip shot field goal up and through from 18 yards. So Sioux Falls strikes first, and they have matched their total point total from the week ago.
That's a long drive. I mean, it's almost a win for the Vancouver defense. You know, Sioux Falls gets to the 1-yard line, and then they don't score.
A very long, methodical drive. You're absolutely right. And it comes away with 3 points. Certainly not what the Sparrows were looking for. As, again, they're matching their point total from the week ago. So we'll see what happens here as Stevens fields it at about the 5 and gets absolutely whacked down at the 25. They'll mark him at the 26, and we'll see Biddix come out for his 2nd possession.
It's the first red tent moment of the game for me. Get that man in concussion protocol. He's fine.
He's all right. Look at him hustle over there. He knows what inbounds is and what out of bounds is.
Yeah, I'm going to say he knows where to go out of bounds. See if Vancouver can get their running game going. I really want to see this combo work.
1st and 10 from the 26. Got both of them in there. Instead, it's going to be another pass. This time it's over to Cody Hill rather than Sanchez. And a similar start to the drive as it goes for no gain.
I don't know. Andy Hamilton should stop passing and run these guys. I mean, you can just alternate them. They're fresh.
You know Andy likes the flash, though.
We saw what Alaska's fullback can do. So, you know, you've got 2 of them. Give them 40 carries. See what happens between them.
40 carries between them.
Not.
Handoff to Jonathan Sanchez, and he makes it out to the 28. Only a gain of 2 on that play. But yeah, I agree. If you kind of split the running game a little bit, see what each of them can do. They both have their own good qualities on the rushing attack. See what kind of happens.
Yeah, I mean, Sioux Falls has 2 key linebackers, but you still can't be afraid of the run.
Biddix is going to throw on 3rd and long. He's throwing a deep pass over the middle, and that could have easily been picked off by A.J. Levy, and he could have gotten his 5th interception on the season. But instead, it's another 3 and out for Vancouver.
Man, that Vancouver defense has got to be huffing and puffing over there. They just held him to the 1. How demoralizing is that? And then you go 3 and out. Guess what, guys? You're back on the field again.
Andrew Nyberg, Jay Ringgold are your corners for Sioux Falls. Alex Parker and Nick Fargo are those linebackers we mentioned earlier. Chris Dodd, and we just saw A.J. Levy, are the safeties for Sioux Falls, as Vancouver will kick the ball away. Fielded just shy of the 35. We've had some big hits so far. This is a good game, man. Slobberknocker football.
Look at those eyes. I think he definitely needs the 10. They're popping out of there. Now,
find the doctor.
Find the medic. Now let's hope Vancouver can get. They need a turnover or at least hold this defense. Don't let them drive down the field again. That's scary.
Not another one of those methodical drives, no. But Tyree's going to throw, and I think he got a catch. Yeah, he sure did. That's going to be an 8-yard grab for the 3rd wide receiver there, Riley Porter, who plays from the slot and also returns kicks and punts.
And this nice, easy slant route. no one was underneath him, so he just easy does.
Apparently, Dags didn't like my slobber knocker football comment. You know what slobber knocker football is, right? You played for plenty of years.
Yeah, I know Jim Ross.
Colin Hart finally getting a good carry there. He could have easily gone for much more there, Matt, but they're going to stop him, and Sioux Falls will settle for a first down.
Yeah, oof. He just jumped over a guy and said, yeah, I'm still good. I'm still here. I may be a rookie, but, you know, don't stop keying on me because I could break one off at any point.
That run had nice fluidity to it. Like, it looked like he was just going to go and just take it all the way back. But Vancouver making the stop there. Colin Hart again, though. And maybe he's starting to wear on this defense already as we near the end of the first quarter. That was a good gain of 7.
Remember, I told you this defense was on the field for probably over 6 minutes. And they're huffing and puffing. Now they're taking Colin Hart's lowering the shoulder. They're getting blocked out. They're like, please. Not another drive like last time. But it's looking that way so far.
Tyree under center with Hart behind him. 2 wideouts. Hart's going to get another handoff, and he's got blockers in front of him. He could break through, and instead he ran right into one of those guys. It's still a good run, though, as he has 10 yards on, 41 yards on 10 carries, if I can get my numbers straight.
It's all right. Dags isn't good at math either.
Something you're used to, then.
Yeah, I'm used to overcoming some disabilities.
It was a good-looking run, though. Like, I saw it from the start there. I don't know what you saw there, Matt, but I saw it from the start that he could easily just take it down the field with the blockers in front of him.
It looked like a similar run last time. They ran that off-tackle run, and it seems wide open on this Vancouver front 7.
Stacking it up a little bit, but this time Tyree's going to sling it over the middle.
Man.
Beautiful throw. And that's going to be another 1st and goal, another catch for the tight end there, Craig Hearn.
And Tyree currently is 8 for 9 for 69 yards. Now, that's not a lot of yards, but, I mean, oof. You know, as long as you keep moving the chains, that's what he's been doing. Not making any mistakes so far. You know, it gives your team an excellent chance to win. And this defense, I feel for him.
Well, and the efficiency wasn't there from the week before. And, you know, hats off to Alaska because, I mean, they're certainly looking far and away like one of the best teams in the SFL right now. But the fact that he just was not very efficient, threw 2 picks, but now he's come out this week and he's basically flipped the script as Hart gets a couple yards there. You know, they might pull off this victory here and continue on to 3-1 as we come to the end of the first quarter. Low-scoring game so far, 3-0 is your score. The visiting Sparrows on top of the Legion. You're watching the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music. So flip sides here, Matt. 2nd and goal from the 8. Tyree under center with Hart behind him. Vancouver stacking the box. Hart almost able to squeak through there. Gets dragged down at the 7 by Ross. Ross has been playing a good game today.
Yeah, but boy, hold on tight, boy, because if he breaks that tackle, it's see in the end zone time.
100%, but now we're faced with a 3rd and goal. Could it be another one of these drives that just take a lot of time, a lot of effort, but only result in a field goal try? We'll see. Tyree shuffling in the pocket, throws towards the back of the end zone. He got it!
Oh,
touchdown! What a throw and catch in the back of the end zone there by Porter. And that was just unbelievable, Matt. Break that down from a quarterback standpoint.
Yeah, I was watching it, and he looked covered. But this is just a better pass. Look at that. Right over 99. Well, he had a linebacker covering a wide receiver champion there, and that's never a good situation. And so he saw that mismatch and just floated it over the linebacker's head and scored.
It's still decent coverage, though. And the fact that he was able to float it towards the back of the end zone, and then Riley Porter was able to get his foot down. I mean, that's definitely an SFL top play nominee right there.
Well, I mean, how many times have you seen quarterbacks throw that ball, but they don't throw it with enough arc to just whacks the guy in the back of the head, the defender. So, I mean, Tyree's been in the league a long time, and he's showing it right now. It's looking dim for Vancouver. They really need to start moving this ball. Just a flip field position, although that doesn't seem to matter either.
No, not at all. Tyree, 6 seasons, all with Sioux Falls. And he is showing it here today as Sioux Falls takes a 10-0 lead here as we just about open up the second quarter. Cade Stevens to return it from the 10, and again, we're getting huge hits today, man. I love it.
So you like concussions? You're a fan? I don't know. The doctor in me says,
oh dang,
maybe not a good thing to like.
Oh dang, calling me out like that? Jeez. I'm gonna have to go back to Mark. Mark, where are you, man? Pull the bronze bomber. I need Mark.
You can't pull a Hall of Famer. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's the utmost disrespect there. Biddick's in the gun, both backs on either side. He's going to throw deep over the middle of the field. Picked off. Chris Dodd going the other way. What an interception. And Sioux Falls offense goes right back out there, and so does the Vancouver defense. Round and round we go here.
Someone doused them with Gatorade. Just pour on top of their heads. I don't care what flavor. The defense needs it. Running a post route, and yeah, it's read perfectly. I don't know, this Vancouver offense, it's kind of a boomer bust situation. Either they kind of, throw the ball to the running back for 2 yards, or they try to go down the middle of the field. They need to invest a little more in the, those 7 to 10 yard routes.
Well, they haven't scored a ton of points this season so far. In fact, they've only scored 35 points over the season. Which is definitely one of the lowest amounts here in the SFL, as Tyree is going to get dragged down in the backfield for his first sack. Bam Franklin getting in there. 2nd and 13 coming up. Good play for Vancouver.
Well, that's what I said. They came into the game averaging under 12 points a game. So if that holds, they can't let Sioux Falls score again. Not that I'm saying that's going to happen, but if you go by their average, they can't win a shootout.
Tyree, short drop. He's going to fling it out to Hart. Another big hit. Man, these guys have been coming out to play today as Colin Hart gets thumped down at the 36. It's going to be a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Yeah, and here's a key early possession in the game. If they can stop them here, Sioux Falls is enough to punt. But every time they come out and pass, Tyree's missed once.
Yep. Trey Lawson out there with that big hit, the play of go. Tyree's going to throw, hit as he's thrown over the middle of the field, and that's picked off going the other way. Picked off. Marquise Reed is still on his feet. He's going to get dragged down at the 27. That had some potential there.
Yeah, well, Tyree got hit as he released. I think that affected the throw, as it looked like he airmailed it. And Reed is just sitting there chilling out and saying, don't mind if I do. That's a nice block. Oof. Nice spin and nice blocking by the Vancouver defense. They're not stuck way back on their own end. Now they got to capitalize.
Trading picks here. That's his 2nd interception on the season. And so we'll see what the Vancouver offense can do. I think they have to run the ball. Like, they just have not run the ball at all.
No.
And we're going to get a run from Cody Hill. Good blocking up front. He's going to get a gain of 4 or 5. In fact, they'll give him 6 on that play, and that's a good start on first down.
Little bites. Come on, Vancouver. Just 3 yards here, 5 yards here, 4 yards there. You got yourself a first down.
So it's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 33. Good first run there by Cody Hill. Under center, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Handoff. I believe that was Sanchez on that handoff. And he only gets about 1 or 2 on that play before he's dragged down by Alex Parker.
There's those linebackers. You saw that Sioux Falls had so many in the box. Like they knew what was happening before it happened.
Well, again, just like this, too. Even with the bunch wide receivers, they stack the box and they drag down Cody Hill. And another 3 and out for Vancouver.
Oh, Lord. Get the Gatorade out again for the defense.
No joke. This
Maybe
poor defense.
Switch to Powerade.
Well, it's a 4th and 2. We'll have another punt from Vancouver. Think we should give him the MVP ball so far?
Not unless he scores some points. Oh,
that was close to being blocked there. Kingston gets the punt away, and that's fielded by Porter, who scored the touchdown earlier in the game. And he'll get dragged down at the 25. That's where Sioux Falls is going to take over here.
I think that's the safest tackle I've seen all day.
No joke. No shoulder lowering or anything like that?
Like a cuddle.
Like a cuddle. 1st and 10 from the 25. 3 wideouts, 2 towards the top of your screen. Hart is in the backfield. He's going to go out for a pass. Tyree throws it over the middle instead. And that is caught once again by Porter. We're going to look at the numbers there from the Sioux Falls wideouts there.
Yeah, they spread the ball around and just running a slant, and he went it post, and they always play in the middle of the field, and yeah, that's too easy. And Sioux Falls likes that. They'll take those all day. 8-yard gain here, 12-yard gain here, run here. They're not going to bomb it, not too often, so just keep them in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play up on the receivers. See, Vancouver's way back now. We'll see what happens with this.
4 wideouts this time for Tyree. Takes a short drop, shuffles in the pocket, and gets dragged down. 2 Legion were in that backfield there. Trying to see, that was Franco Sinati, and I believe that was Ross one more time getting in there also.
Well, that's one way to disrupt the offense. Get some sacks. Frank Sinati's got to step up here and just start ripping them through these old linemen.
3rd and 5 for Tyree. Has time. Deep pass, and that's incomplete. And that's what we were talking about there. They're not used to going deep, so when they do, it's not as pretty as maybe some of their shorter passes, moderate passes.
Now this time, Vancouver's playing back where they should. You know.
And see, this is great defense. Both the safeties are pushing themselves inward.
Yeah, they're both playing zone. They pinched in on him and
knocked
the ball out. So Vancouver's deep zones paid off that time. Sioux Falls got to play into their hands.
So 4th and 5. Sioux Falls being forced to punt. Max Mulholt gets the punt away. Fair catch called for by Stevens. And they'll mark him down at the 36-yard line. We'll pause for a moment from the SFL. You're watching the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Follow the SFL on Twitter @SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
And they start off with another run, does Vancouver. This time only a couple yards before he's dragged down by Fargo. And we'll see if they get this running game going here, Matt.
They've struggled with both. I mean, that's not a great rating for a quarterback, 2.8.
No.
I thought that was the running back's yards per carry, but it's kind of, you could flip that, it's kind of both.
Well, this offense has just been going 3 and out pretty much since they took the field. This time they got a wide open receiver. Brett Killian breaking it out to the 8-yard line, and that was the big play that Vancouver needed to get back in the ballgame.
Andy Hamilton had enough. That was max protect. Both running backs stayed in and blocked, and Killian just said, yep, I'm going deep. Throw me the ball right on target. It's too bad he couldn't score because in the SFL inside the 10, I think they're inside. Let's see, where are they at?
They are inside the 10. Yeah, they got marked down at the 8.
It's going to be hard. It's hard to score here sometimes.
Oh, most definitely.
And if they score 7 here, boy, that makes things real interesting.
Hand off to Cody Hill, trying to find some room. He'll get dragged down at the 6. It's going to be a gain of 2. Fargo with another great play to stop the man.
Hill tried everywhere. was nowhere to run.
This Sioux Falls defense is no joke. I mean, even though they lost Levant Irvine, who went over to the Fury, I mean, 2 star linebackers, and those are some star linebackers too. Alex Parker and Nick Fargo, you don't want to mess with them.
No, definitely not.
2nd and goal from the 6. Both backs in the backfield there for Biddix. He's going to take a deep drop, pump fakes once, over to the right-hand side. Got a man,
wow.
Feet in bounds. Touchdown, Vancouver. And Stevens was in bounds.
He was. He did it. We've landed on the moon.
Crowd going wild for Cade Stevens.
He did it. He did it. And he was wide open. Yep. There's no. Watch him throw the flag.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the challenge flag.
Ref 61, where are you? Nope. Nope. It's Dan's touchdown.
Good news for Vancouver as they line up for the kick here to make this a 3-point game. Eric Walsh coming over from San Francisco to field the kicking duties here in Vancouver. And it is up and through, so a 10-7 ball game is what we're looking at here with 4:41 left to go.
And Hamilton's still having a stroke. He's not sure. Still not sure whether he's in bounds or not. And he needs to seek counseling. Maybe some Xanax or Valium would help.
I think everybody was pretty surprised going through the chat here. Mike Daggs, Andy Hamilton, Major Key, AJ Levy, DeAndre Noel, Gunnar Bear, Jay Ringgold, The Real BK, all you guys, great to have you on board here. And it's shaping up to be a good game. Lots of big hits. Matt Willson is just shifting in his seat over here. I wish you guys could see it.
Yeah, I can move like a whole inch. It's amazing. They got to strap me in because they're afraid I'm going to jump out of the chair.
I was more talking about that they, you're getting a little nervous watching all these big hits as a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm fine. I've had about 9 or 10 in my day. I just shake it off.
Colin Hart throwing a vicious stiff arm there. I see you throwing down Red Ross, and as he was trying to make another big play, but it's a 2nd and 9 coming up. Only a gain of 1 on that play.
Yeah, but sometimes those only gains of 1 instead of loss of 3 is a big shift in the plays you can call. And he did a great job of breaking off that tackle.
2nd and 9 from the 26. Tyree under center, 2 backs behind him, 3 wideouts. Tyree short drop, finds a man. Harrelson just drops it.
Harrelson. Put some stickum on those gloves, young man. I mean, work on the jugs machine. You stick in the SFL, it's totally illegal. Except for when my receivers do it.
I thought it was illegal in the other league. I thought we could use stickum in the SFL.
No.
It's what they told me in Atlanta.
Yeah, they were wrong.
Oh, okay. All right. 3rd and 9 coming up here for Tyree. Tyree's going to throw deep into coverage, and again another. He can hold on to that. Well, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was Harrelson. I was going to rag on Harrelson a little bit. No, that was one of the backup receivers, Benny Beasley.
One of those McDonald's boys, as I call him, the poor underpaid players. He actually got bumped off his route a little bit. Still managed to make the play.
Get that man a contract.
Yeah. Hart not having a great day, but 47 yards is 47 yards. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth.
It's not great, but it's nothing to shake a stick at either. Tyree under center again. Another short drop. A sling over to Harrelson, who holds on to that one out to the Vancouver 49. It's going to be 2nd and short coming up here.
Again, Tyree, 12 of 16 for 126 yards and 1 pick. So,
and can't forget that touchdown also.
Right. Despite that 1 pick where he got hit, which probably caused it, he's had an extremely efficient game.
It looks like a very similar play there as Harrelson holds on to that one as well. Out to the 42, another gain of 7 and another first down for the Sparrows.
And we've seen this song and dance before on the first drive. This looks more like a Sioux Falls drive, methodically moving the ball, and Vancouver defense starting to suck a little wind probably.
Well, this is what makes the Sparrows so dangerous on offense, is that they find what works and they keep it going.
And here we got the mismatch, the 4-3 and 4 wide. Not a good look for Vancouver. Let's see what happens.
Oh, but good defensive pressure again. The offensive line has not been protecting very well as Red Ross gets in there. I believe that's his second sack today.
Yeah, someone, Tyree's got to pay his O-line more, buy him some Rolex watches or something. They are not doing the best job of protecting him.
Take that back. That was Red Ross's first sack. Second sack for one of the defensive linemen, though, as Tyree has all day, but he still almost throws a pick on that play. That was a dangerous throw there, Matt Wilson.
Yeah, this is where you want to keep the Sioux Falls offense now, 3rd and 12. You know, get a little pressure on Tyree, and, you know, even if you lead a ball for 10 yards, they can't kick a field goal. So just keep them in front of you. Don't let them get past that first down line. Safeties be ready.
We're going to get one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Canada Field on their feet here. 5 wideouts, Tyree in the gun. Tyree over the middle. That's caught, but it's going to be short. And that is where we'll blow the 2-minute warning with 1:57 left on the clock. You got a close ball game here. 10-7 is your score. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
And just as I call it, Sioux Falls ran a short pass, but because they kept them from getting the first down, they could not kick the field goal, and then they're going to get the ball back. Vancouver is. Let's see where this ball is going to be placed, though. That's always tricky.
And it worked out great for Vancouver as well, getting that extra timeout basically from the 2-minute warning. And, ooh, that is not good for Vancouver as Sioux Falls downs it at the 4. Beautiful punt.
Safe in the Major League Baseball team.
Yes.
That was a nice slide. Remember, kids, never slide into first base.
Always run through.
Exactly.
Man, so Vancouver now has forever and a day to go to either tie or take the lead here before the half. All 3 timeouts, though. We'll see what Biddix and company can do coming out of an offset eye. Jonathan Sanchez getting a handoff. And that looked like it had some promise there. Good chunk of 4 yards on first down.
Well, that opens up their playbook now. They're not stuck in the shadow of their own end zone. And that's just what the doctor ordered. Just give it right to your fullback. Let him get a couple of yards. Get you out of danger. You don't want to take a safety here. That's the worst thing that could happen.
Another offset I formation. Biddix to throw this time. He's going to throw it out to Trevor Farrell.
Wow.
Who
How did he not get the first?
Yeah, that's puzzling to me. He might have stepped out of bounds before he dove forward.
Andy Hamilton needs, I don't know, he's got this thing with out of bounds. He needs to work his receivers on that. It looked like he had it, but...
Who's the receivers coach in Vancouver? Because they need a refresher.
I don't agree with this call. Fullback dive, get that inch, get the first down. High risk here on this play.
We'll see what happens on 3rd and short. Biddix takes the high snap. Pressure picked up. He's going to throw towards the right, and that is caught, but out of bounds. Trevor Farrell could not stay in bounds.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Andy Hamilton might want to, I mean, it was like 3rd and, I don't know. Who says that? In a chest hair?
And a chest hair, yes.
Yes. So, I mean, come on, man. Just give it to your big bruising fullback. Let him pick it up and let the drive keep going.
You're certainly not going to get an argument from me. But alas, we see another Vancouver punt that almost gets blocked.
They're going to get it right at the 50.
Well, they'll mark it right at midfield, so that was a good call. It was just about right at that point there.
It wasn't fair. I called it in the air. It was actually a pretty good punt by the punter. They must have some wind. But again, Vancouver gets an awesome opportunity, and they punt it back to the Sparrows. At midfield, 20 yards, and they're in field goal range. And they're not messing around.
No, not at all. As you see them pressing those wide receivers at the line here. They know what's going on. 1st and 10 for Tyree. Tyree feeling pressure. He's going to throw to the right. A diving attempt.
Nope.
Incomplete. That was almost a spectacular play.
That's a great throw, though, again, by Tyree. I didn't see anything open, and he just fit it in there, and if his receiver could have held on. Ugh. It's a quarterback. I'm shaking my head. You got to do it, guys. If you get your hands on it, you got to reel it in.
Checking out the Score Stream app, the official scoring app of the SFL. This is really the only close game going on in our afternoon slate of games. Atlanta up 21-0 over my Dallas Lobos, as Harrelson will get a catch, 3rd and inches, as we go a little no huddle here. Tallahassee Pride up 17-0 over the New Orleans Sparrows. Here we are at 10-7, as Tyree is going to throw, feeling pressure, throws a duck over to the left-hand side. That was an ugly ball. Incomplete. Comes up to 4th and inches.
That was Tyree's first questionable throw because he had all day. He could have ran it like I did 2 days ago.
I saw that. That was a good run by you, by the way.
Felt like last week. I know. See, I got the wheels when I need to. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, all right. First gutsy call of the game here. And they are going to throw. Oh, play action. Over the middle, caught. Harrelson gets it into the 20, into almost into the SFL red zone, down to the 29, and they'll burn a timeout.
Apologize for talking over you there, Eric.
No
I didn't think they were going to snap the ball. That's a great call. And I guess with the time remaining, it's really quite smart because if they don't make it, Vancouver's only got about 40 seconds to go the length of the field. They're, at least getting to field goal range. So now it's in their corner.
Andy Hamilton's doing his best Steve Spurrier impression and tossing his visor over on the sideline over there, completely in disgust. Tyree in trouble again. He throws an absolute duck over the middle, and somehow A.J. Warren comes up with a first down catch. Are you kidding me?
Well, he sidearms this because he has to.
It bounces off the offensive lineman.
Well, when in Rome.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what when in Rome, go see the Coliseum, I guess.
Oh, wow. You got to be kidding me.
All right, Vancouver, bend but don't break here. Keep him out of the end zone.
That's been the motto so far. We'll see what happens. Tyree's going to throw over the middle, incomplete. He's looking for Hearn.
Dangerous passer, about 4 legion. Of course, the way Tyree's going, that might have been a touchdown anyway.
No joke. I mean, as they said it in the chat over here, I'm trying to see who said that, but absolutely no. Oh, Josh Miller from Denver, saying that Vancouver's just had no luck tonight, and it's absolutely true.
Tyree drinks Molson beer, really? Is he from Canada?
We're gonna break out the what's that other one that I'm thinking of? I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, they're in Canada, though.
Well, they are. Tyree over them. Another dangerous pass, and it's picked off. There's some luck going the other way. Intercepted by Trey Lawson.
Andy Hamilton picks his visor up, sets it on his head. We're good.
Let's get another look here. This is just a bonehead play, I think, by Tyree.
Yeah, Lawson does a good job of tracking that ball, and I think Andy Hamilton's just going to say, we're just going to run this ball, go to the half down only 3, which is a big moral victory for the Legion, and we'll just see what happens in the second half. I would want to be throwing a pick here.
I'm interested in the time of possession numbers because Sioux Falls has just absolutely dominated the time of possession here. But Cody Hill,
oh boy,
breaking out a nice 7-yard run there.
Andy's saying, "Nah, I'm gonna go into the locker room, have a couple, and come back out and see what I can do." Because they're not gonna run another play, I don't think.
Don't forget to grab your spiked juice boxes and oranges, folks. Oh, one more play. Cody Hill goes nowhere, though. In fact, he loses yards. As we get a look at Nick Fargo's numbers, he's been all over the place today. And that was a good first half there, Matt.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Tell everybody from the other channels to come and watch this game. It's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Sioux Falls up 10-7. Coming into Canada Field, and we will go into the 2K Sports halftime show and get a look at the halftime stats and highlights. See, as we said, 15 minutes and 13 seconds for Sioux Falls. Just over 6.5 minutes for Vancouver on time of possession. Just absolutely unbelievable, folks.
It's a 3-point game. And 92 total yards to 222? Are you kidding me?
This should not even be a close game at this point. Still a couple unbelievable plays here.
Tyree started out hot, and then he started to get hit more and more and more, and I think that's kind of thrown him a bit off kilter, made him uncomfortable in the pocket because he's looking less and less sharp. Maybe those Molsons are kicking in far as the hangover. He started the game with a buzz, and now he's feeling a little nauseous. Jason McGee might want to, pump his stomach in the locker room.
Give him a little shot of cortisone.
Yeah, something.
There's been just about everything in this game, though. I mean, there's been a couple deep passes. There's been, there's been
there's
interceptions.
Where Tyree got hit. There's his first pick.
Yep.
And I think that's what kind of started Tyree's unraveling in the first half. He got hit through that pick, and he got kind of back on track, but he threw that one in the end zone that was just ill-advised. And there's that max protect bomb to Killian, and he almost scored. But Vancouver made it happen anyway with Stevens. He wasn't balanced this time.
He wasn't balanced.
This is Tyree, just nice and easy. Pitch and catch there. But then we'll see coming up. I think right here, you're on your own 8, and he just throws this way. He pump fakes. He throws it right over the middle, and there's just nice deflection. He's throwing to a guy in the back of the end zone, wasn't even open, and just got picked off the deflection. So
I think he was trying to pull a similar, circumstance as the touchdown catch in the back of the end zone there. Just didn't quite work out. So we get a look at beautiful Canada Field here.
So would it be weird if we were in Canada Field, but we were in Mexico?
That would be a little strange. I wonder if there's actually a company named. We should look into that. SFL sponsorship and all of that. 21-3 is the score over with Atlanta and Dallas, and 24-0 is the score with the Pride being on top of the Pharaohs. We start the second half here in Vancouver with the Sparrows getting the second half kickoff. They take a 3-point lead into their first possession. And what do you expect to come out here, Matt? You thinking more of the same? A lot of methodical, just kind of bring it down the field gradually kind of plays?
Yeah, Tyree's got to get back to being accurate, being efficient, and just not turning the ball over. Field goals, are gold in this game. 10-7, so just take what the defense gives you. Don't try anything too nutty. Like
Tyree, yes, absolutely like that. Taking what he can get. A.J. Warren with the catch. Comes out to the 36. 2nd and 4 coming up here.
That's Warren's 5th catch for 59 yards. He's the leader on the Sioux Falls team as far as yards.
He only had 2 catches for 22 yards the week before, but like we had mentioned before, there just was not a whole lot of offensive firepower for the Sparrows against the champion Alaska Storm. 2nd and 4, handoff to Hart, who tries to get through one. He does, but still only makes it out to the line of scrimmage there before he's dragged down by Marquise Reed.
Yeah, we've seen them run that stretch play multiple times, and that's one thing that Vancouver is just ready for. It's not going to work on this team. Knock on plastic. We'll see if I'm right or not. But 3rd and 4 is where Sioux Falls likes to be.
Tyree slings it over the middle. That's good enough for a first down. Out across to the 41-yard line. That's Warren with another catch.
You seen somebody sidearm passes? That's his 3rd sidearm pass of the game for Tyree. He knows how to change his arm angle if necessary, if people are in his way.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We talked about that also. The Sparrows are dangerous that way. Tyree to throw. Has time, checks it down, and it's only going to be a gain of 2. I think that was Harrelson out there with the catch. It was?
Yeah, I think Jason's just running some plays to just get Tyree some reps, get him back in the flow of the game, and now he's like, all right, we're going to unleash it now. See how this goes.
Break out the big guns. Vancouver covering it nicely, though. 2nd and 8. Empty set for Tyree. Tyree stepping up. He's going to throw deep. Got a step. And that's going to be complete out to the 35-yard line. A nice little pitch and catch right into the breadbasket there by Tyree.
Well, Vancouver was in man coverage, and yeah. Again, you get a linebacker on a wide receiver. That just spells disaster.
Always does, my friend. Terrain James was the recipient of that catch there. Backup receivers showing their worth as well. 1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff for Hart, trying to follow his blockers.
Ha!
If he just showed a burst of speed, he could have been gone. Instead, it's about 10 yards, and they'll mark him just shy of the 1st down.
There's the curse. They ran the stretch play, and they got 9 yards.
See, there you go. Broadcaster's curse every time, man.
Thanks, Jason, making me look bad.
Play-by-play commentator Eric Vinson alongside bronze bobber Matt Willson. Mike Dagg's on stats tonight. Want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out as we see Colin Hart breaking up through the middle. Was just one guy shy of getting into pay dirt. And it's going to be a 1st and goal coming up from the 9.
Oof. This running game gets going. It'll be a bad second half for the Legion as just good vision by Hart and good blocking by the Sioux Falls O-line. They haven't done such great pass protection, but or really run
or really run exactly run support.
But it's just been quick stuff. So we'll see what happens now if Tyree can get his head on right and throw a touchdown pass here.
1st and goal from the 9. 7.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Tyree over the middle, and it's dropped. He was looking for A.J. Warren. He's had 5 catches today, and that drop right there.
That kills you as a quarterback. Those boing. That would have set him up nicely about the 2-yard line.
Well, especially from
Colin Hart.
Especially from your star receivers. I mean, those are the guys you kind of rely on in those situations.
You're paying these guys the money, and here we go. We might be seeing man cover. See how this works out for Vancouver.
2nd and goal. Tyree, good pocket. Hart got the catch, but didn't get much. It was a good pursuit there. Champion out there making the stop.
Man coverage is very, very dangerous. If you get a McDonald's boy, you just hired off the drive-through against a star receiver like A.J. Warren or Harrelson, you could be in deep trouble.
Well, they're going to go with the empty set again.
Coverage. Rolling the dice again. They got a linebacker on somewhere out there covering a receiver.
Just that safety high there. 3rd and goal. Throws towards the back of the end zone. Did he get his foot in? No, they're going to mark it incomplete. I thought he got it in.
Little reverse Vancouver there. He was out of bounds. I don't know if McGee's going to challenge this. But
I'm not sure. I think he should, though. No?
Nope.
They're going to let it fly.
I think in the SFL it's 2 feet in the back of the end zone. I think he only had 1. Sidelines it's 1. I don't think he got that 2nd foot down.
So it's going to be another chip shot field goal attempt by Prefontaine. Good snap. Hold is down, up and away, and it is through from 23. So Sioux Falls lengthens their lead to 6 as we've got a 13-7 ball game.
As Mike lectures me about, he's out. I just said that, Mike. 2 feet in the end zone. Bad as my mother.
It happens. Meanwhile, Andy's commenting on nice D's in the chat there.
Yeah, I said Vancouver is. I actually didn't say their D had to step up, but they have been stepping up.
They've been doing well. They've been keeping their team in the ball game here. I think Andy was picking up what I was putting down, though.
Yeah. Well, now their offense has to. I might run that max protect shotgun play again. It worked well in the first half, and I haven't seen it since. They ran 2 max protect situations, 1 under center, 1 out of the gun, and it seemed to give Biddix enough time to see the entire field and find the right receiver.
When you got big old boy Jonathan Sanchez back there, might as well use him for some blocking.
They tried to use him for some running. It didn't work out so well.
Did not work out so well. All 6'3", 230 of them didn't quite go much of anywhere as he gets stopped for a no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up here.
I haven't seen a trap out of Vancouver. That's a popular run we use in Mexico City to get 3, 4, or 5 yards, which doesn't seem to be in the Vancouver offense. You'd think with the fullback blocking on that trap, it'd be pretty good.
Well, there it is right there. Right up the middle. It's going to be a 3rd and 5. Good chunk of 5 yards on that play, though. Good lead block play.
And not exactly a trap, just a direct give, but yes. That's what, you got a star, a high-priced fullback, use him for blocking as well. He's there for multiple positions, multiple uses.
So with a 3rd and 5, kind of opens up the playbook a little bit here. Biddix is going to come out with 4 wideouts. Instead, he'll hand it off to Hill, who gets absolutely mauled behind the line. Incredible play by, I think that was Sanchez getting in there and just knocking him down. No, Sanders, excuse me.
Oh, I'm feeling for this defense. This time of possession is just nauseating if you're on the other side of the field.
Vancouver just has not had a ton of time. At least their defense, they've not had a ton of time off the off the field. 13-7 ball game though. They've been hanging tough. Porter's going to receive it, and he'll bring it out to about the 34. That's where we'll pause for just a second. And you're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are hashtag Loading Legends in the SFL.
And off to Colin Hart, who tries to squeak through. He gets about 2 or 3. There was a good first run there on first down.
I checked the weather. It's 72 in Canada. That's not blazing hot, but 72 with all those pads and being on the field so long, it's just you're just gonna start needing massive IVs. I think they just gotta have a whole line of IVs for the defense if they come out again and just hook them up.
Absolutely. Well, and Canada doesn't have a ton of humidity either, so 72 is probably a good football playing weather. But I mean, good grief, when you're out there again, good grief, Frank Champion dragging him down there. But when you're out there for, play after play, seemingly forever, I mean, it doesn't matter how hot it is out there. It gets to be tiring.
Even if it's 40 degrees, you're just like, oh. It was a pleasant noise, yes.
That was a very pleasant noise. It sounded like a goat.
I am the goat, so it works.
3rd and 4 for Tyree and company. He's got a man. Able to get his feet inbounds and then come back in is Riley Porter. He's definitely had some good plays today.
That was dangerous, though, because if he decided to reverse and try to cut back and up, he could have lost that first down. But, yeah, nice play out of Sioux Falls. And, again, this defense, the time is just ticking away in this game very quickly.
Riley Porter, 4 catches, 27 yards, and a touchdown. The only touchdown that the Sioux Falls Sparrows have scored today. As Tyree is going to throw, he's got a man on the left-hand side. That's A.J. Warren. And a good chunk, about 15 or 16, out to the 38-yard line. Great play by the veteran wide receiver.
There's a tale of 2 quarterbacks. When you don't even have 100 yards in the game, it's a team to win. And Tyree's made his mistakes, but he seems to be back on track. He hasn't been sacked lately, and he's seeming to be more comfortable in the pocket. Starting to get the running game going again. This Vancouver defense just huffing and puffing.
Trying to hang tough here with the Sparrows. Tyree's going to throw again, though. He's going to check it down to Hart, who does get the catch. They'll give him credit for the catch, but he loses a yard, as he probably should have just let that one go out of bounds.
I was going to say, I'm not going to give him much credit at all. He should have just dropped the ball because he lost a yard by that reception, so putting your team in a tough spot. It's only a yard, but every yard counts.
Second and 11 from the 39. Definitely looking like a running formation here. 2 wideouts, Hart in the backfield. Hart will get the handoff, follows his blockers on the left-hand side. He might have room. Gets dragged down just shy of the 20 at the 22, and that was a good-looking play there by the Sparrows.
Yeah, Colin Hart going off tackle and just tons of room. Just blocking, and they didn't have to do too much.
The off tackle plays, they don't work a ton in the SFL, at least from what I've seen. But when they do, I mean, they rip off a huge chunk of yards.
Oh, you just need a stud like Mike Daggs leading the blocking. And you're
100%. Another handoff to Hart, quick handoff, and he gets about 5 on the play. Dragged down in the middle of the field, and this run game is starting to, start cooking with some gas here.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said, and they're right, the Sioux Falls situation as timeouts is completely wrong. They have all 3 timeouts. The commissioner has to smack the board a little bit there and reset the timeouts. But yeah, Sioux Falls has not used one this half.
Have to fire whoever's down there in that truck doing the graphics there. Tyree's going to throw it over the middle into triple coverage. Incomplete, looking for his safety valve there. Warren, who's been big on this drive.
Yeah, but Tyree's got to be careful because even a field goal, it's 2 possessions. And the way Vancouver's been able to score points or lack of, that could be the ball game.
3rd and 5, crowd on their feet here at Canada Field. 3 wide outs, 2 towards the top of your screen, 2 backs in the backfield. Tyree, short drop, short pass over to the left-hand side. Might have gotten the first down, and he does. Good forward progress there by A.J. Warren.
That's more what they're looking for. That's more of their offense. Man, back in the day, Sioux Falls used to throw 97 swing passes. I haven't seen one.
Ah, yes.
Jason hasn't gone back to that well at least once this game, but seems not to be the case this year, not part of the offense.
Good old Swing City. As Tyree takes a short drop, pocket collapsing around him. There's a swing pass right there to Colin Hart, and he'll get out to the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 coming up here, good chunk of yards.
Hey, look, Daggs fired the timeout guy and replaced him, and look, we got the timeouts right now.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you get the director of broadcasting in on the action.
No, this tired defense has to make one more big stand. This game is going to get out of hand.
Hart's taking the handoff. Ooh, good pursuit by the Vancouver defense. I thought that he was going to make it into the end zone. That was actually the backup running back in there as well, which could explain why the defense was able to close so quickly.
Now, 3rd and 5. Tyree, any play except for a fumble or a pick is fine. Even a sack. Just don't turn the ball over or you give Vancouver life again.
Tyree, short drop, pocket collapsing. He goes down. Vancouver bending but not breaking as they get another sack onto their resume. And we close the 3rd quarter of action with that. 13-7 ball game for the Sparrows. And they got a field goal opportunity coming up here. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. So Prefontaine's going to line up here for another chip shot field goal. Already 2 to his credit today. This one from about 27. High snap, gets it down, up, and it is through from 27. So Sioux Falls taking a 9-point lead here early in the 4th quarter.
That's 2 possessions, and that's a big deal. As this Vancouver offense, except for that one drive, has not shown the ability to score. They didn't really move the ball into a field goal type position. They got a lot of time to do it, but I don't think this defense could take another 3 and out.
Well, and that's what you were talking about to start things off here. Not scoring a ton of points does the Vancouver Legionist. Stevens trying to follow some blockers. He'll get out to the 30-yard line. They just don't score a ton of points, which kind of puts them in these kind of predicaments.
Yeah, you're averaging 11.5 or so. So you're under your average at this point. And that's not a good sign.
No.
I mean, I'm sure if you asked Andy Hamilton and said, well, you're going into 4th and Sioux Falls has only scored 16 points. How do you feel about that? He would be like, I'll take it. No doubt. But unfortunately, his offense hasn't come to play yet. Oh, God.
That was definitely a screen pass they were trying to set up, but Sioux Falls just had their number the whole way. Jonathan Sanchez gets stopped for a loss of 4. I'm not sure why he's celebrating on that play. Why is he celebrating?
He's swinging the bat like he had a home run, but more like he got struck out. I've been struck out before. No, that's more of a dating situation. We won't talk about that.
Oh. No margaritas and hot tubs for Canada Field today?
Oh, no.
Oh, jumped off sides. Trevor Farrell gets the catch, but I think they might take the 3 yards there.
Now there's too much fur in Canada for me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. See, I would have picked you for, a fur coat guy, like a Joe Namath, kind of guy.
Now I'm more of the shades, the Hawaiian shirt, and the shorts, always ready to hop in whatever pool I see. But
I like it.
there's like no pools in Canada. I guess there's hot tubs, but you know, the ladies don't know what to do with them up here. And Andy Hamilton's got to work on that when I come back.
We'll start kind of going through that again. 2 wide outs, offset I formation. 2nd and 9 coming up here for Vancouver. Biddix to throw. He's got a man. That was Farrell, and he got his foot in. So they're going to mark it as a 3rd and 1. That was a good play by Trevor Farrell to keep his foot in bounds.
Yep, but now, again, 3rd and 1. Andy Hamilton, for the love of God, use your fullback. Give him the ball. Direct handoff. Get that first. Although, looks like a long one. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Challenge. Was he really in bounds?
Ref 62 is on the field. Be nervous, Andy. Let's take a look.
Now, watching this at full speed, I thought he got it. I didn't think this was much of a question.
We're going to be able to see for sure. And...
yeah. I think he got it.
It's not Stevens, it's Farrell.
That's true. It is not Stevens.
Yes, Andy, he was in bounds.
There we go.
Farrell was in bounds.
A unsuccessful challenge for Sioux Falls, costing them a timeout. And hey, the timeout guy is back. Okay, good. He got that right.
Well, yeah, Mike just replaced him. He didn't kill him.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. 16-7 ball game here in Canada Field. Play-by-play commentator Eric Vinson alongside Bronze Bomber Matt Willson. Mike Daggs on stats. And we've got a 3rd and 1 here. Handoff to Cody Hill. Not Jonathan Sanchez,
nice.
But that's still a good first down.
Nice vision by Hill to cut out and not get, thrown inside. If he runs that more to the inside, he does not get that first down. And that's a real killer for Vancouver. So now they need to dial up. Come on, Andy. Dial up that max protect deep play. We need to test these corners.
See what Killian can do here. Just throw him out there. Instead, they're going to throw him over the middle. Killian still gets the catch and a gain of 9. It's a good chunk of yards on first down. Fargo with the stop.
It's one of the best plays I've seen as far as the passing game from Vancouver. They need to save that one for next week.
Well, and honestly, we just haven't seen them put a whole lot of first downs together, honestly.
No.
So the fact that they're moving the sticks, getting to the point where they're close to moving sticks.
Let's see, we got 2 backs. Let's see if we get this max protect. Yep, here we go.
We sure do. Deep pass over the middle, incomplete.
Oh.
Quadruple coverage. I think Sioux Falls was ready for it that time.
Well, the ball didn't have enough air under it. He was ahead of him, but unlike the first play, he just didn't throw it deep enough. It needed more arc and more distance. But from that range, it's tough. It is tough.
But took a shot. So it's 3rd and 1.
This is another key. 3rd and 1. Here we go. Let's see what they decide to do.
Again, hand it off to the fullback. Give it to Cody Hill. Instead, they're going to throw. And they do throw over to Killian, who's got a step. And that's a good first down.
Where was this?
No joke. Where was this the whole game?
Plays? I think Andy Hamilton just killed his offensive coordinator and said, I'm taking over. That's a nice route. Just kind of heading towards the sidelines. And beautiful throw. Biddix really hasn't been under that much duress. He just hasn't thrown that many good balls. Really hasn't had much chance to throw good balls because they just haven't sustained a drive. And look out, they're in field goal range already. Plenty of time in this game.
Plenty of time. 2-possession ball game. See if they can narrow it right here. He's going to check it down to Cody Hill. That's probably not going to do much, but good stop there by Fargo coming up.
Second time they've tried that. Good on Hill to get a yard. I thought he was going to lose a yard.
Mike Dad's keeping us up to date using the Score Stream app. 21-3 at the half is your score with the Swarm over the Dallas Lobos. And 24-14 is your score with the Pride over the Sparrows currently in the 3rd quarter. As Sparrow gets his feet in bounds, 3rd and 3 is coming up here.
Yeah, a little out route there. Nice again. Set you up in 3rd and very manageable. I still would throw here, and I'm hoping that Vancouver decides to do the same. Although, they're in field goal range. They don't want to throw a pick. field goal here, and they're right back in the game, 6-point game. So it depends how aggressive Andy Hamilton wants to be, how much he trusts his quarterback.
Bidix with some respectable numbers today. Sioux Falls stacking the box. They're going to keep them all there. Jonathan Sanchez lowering his shoulder. Does not quite get there. Just shy of the first down. And look who it is again. Nick Fargo coming in there making the stop.
Fargo is Sanchez's personal nightmare because I thought he had the first, and he just got stood up.
But they're going to keep the offense out here. We'll see what happens.
No, Andy, no. Don't do it, man.
See if they run a play. Sioux Falls stacking the box again. It's hitting 10. I'm thinking they might try and get Sioux Falls to jump off sides, and it doesn't look like they're going to bite. Vancouver will burn a timeout here.
Not in love with that play call. I always like having 3 timeouts, you know, because in that last drive, let's say Sioux Falls is trying to run the clock out, you know, and you need the 3 timeouts to get the ball back with decent time for yourself. And now, yeah. Boy, Andy Hamilton looking more like Ramos Lynn today.
I know, isn't that strange? It's funny how that works.
Maybe Andy's half Mexican. You might want to go to Ancestry.com or 23andMe and get that checked out.
I always thought it was the power of TV. I mean, it makes me look good.
Well, since we can't see you, I guess so.
Haha. So the field goal attempt here by Walsh is up and through. So narrows the gap there, 16-10. Still now it is a 1-possession ball game as we get a look at the field goal kick here.
Yeah, pretty easy stuff, although nothing's a gimme in the SFL, but that's why you pay a kicker to make those routine kicks. Because what was that Chicago game? It was like a 26-yarder, and they shanked it.
Doinked it. Yeah.
That's why you got to pay your kickers. You don't have to, like, have a heart attack for a 35-yard kick.
Walsh was 3 of 4 last week. It's the longest of the season from 46 coming last week.
Ramos says he's coaching the Legion today.
Oh.
Ramos, if you're coaching the Legion, I don't know what playbook you're using because it's not working out.
I'll say that seems like news to me. Doesn't look like their playbook.
Maybe, I mean, you're doing a good job defensively, I guess. Hold them to 16 points, but hey, whatever is going on, Vancouver's in this game. They need, I mean, 1 pick from Tyree, 1 big play, and well, here's Sioux Falls with that mismatched shotgun under the 4-3. Let's see if they can get anything out of this.
Tyree in the gun. Tyree to throw, and he's got Harrelson, but he was way out of bounds that time. It's going to be incomplete.
Yes, tell the other SFL people in the other games. Come watch this game as well. It's close. It's fun. We're here. I'm awesome. That's all you need to know.
Play-by-play commentator Eric Vinson alongside Brahms Bauer.
Eric's okay
Matt
too.
Willson. Mike Daggs on stats. Hand off to Colin Hart following his blockers. Almost able to get a first down. That was extremely close to another first down. Averaging 5 yards a carry. That's exactly what you want your running back to be doing.
Yeah, Colin Hart's really picked it up. He was, at one point, he was like 3.2. His average has just jumped up as the game's gone on. Probably, again, the result of this very tired Vancouver defense.
3rd and about a chest hair. Clock continuing to tick away on Vancouver. Hart gets the first down and more. He'll get out to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Move those sticks.
Run that clock. Sioux Falls kicks a field goal. I just think they win. We've seen weirder things, though, but just the way Vancouver, except for that 2 drives, Vancouver's called some reasonable plays, had some reasonable plays converted, but it's been pretty dry otherwise.
Warhammer 62 agrees with you in the chat. Vancouver going to win if the Sparrows don't score on this drive.
Yeah.
Hand off to Colin Hart, lowering his shoulder, but gets stood right up. I believe that was Major Key with the good tackle there.
Yeah, Hart's looking a little tired. He's been getting some heavier doses, and the rookie, first year in the league, sometimes that first season you're just not used to it. Coming out of college or coming out of where you were playing from, let's just say college, 12 games.
Another handoff to Hart. And he's still pumping out yards there. 3rd and 2's coming up, but probably are going to go to the air here on 3rd down.
Actually, we played the exact number of games as college. But still, the competition level is very different. Getting hit in the SFL is much different than getting hit in college. Because, yeah, these guys know how to lay the lumber. And there's no targeting rules, so, yeah. Watch your heads, boys.
Hate that target rule. 3rd and 2 from the 47. Tyree under center. He's going to hand it off again. Hart following blockers, able to get the 1st down and more out to the 40-yard line before he's wrapped up by Lopez and company. And Colin Hart, he is just pulling out all the stops towards the end here.
You see that block? Watch the defender here. He gets laid out. Look at him. I almost got him. Nope.
Yep. I almost got it, Coach.
Yeah. He dove into him, but he missed the legs. It's not very good for him on the tackling there. Another thing for Andy Hamilton to work on.
It's sweep the leg, not miss the legs.
Yes.
1st and 10 from the 40. Another handoff. This time Hart goes nowhere. Gets swallowed up behind the line. And I think that was Red Ross coming in once again.
That big red freshness gets right through it.
He's been wrecking shop, man. Just the offensive line for Sioux Falls. They're finally starting to kind of come around. But, I mean, it's... Oof. Oof.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
No.
And now Sioux Falls might start getting, well, I say conservative and they come out in shotgun, so yeah. Think before you speak, Matt, or watch before you speak.
3:45 and counting. Sioux Falls doing everything they can. And in fact, they get him to jump off sides, free play. They're going to throw an out route, which is complete to Warren. I'm thinking they'll probably take that and decline the penalty.
Yeah, no problem there.
I'll actually accept the penalty.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, they would accept it because they get another down now.
That's true.
Instead of being 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8, it's 2nd and 8.
That's true.
They can run our play, run more clock, and see what happens from there. But I'm surprised they're winging the ball around still. But it's one possession, so I guess there's no reason to go into a shell at this point, especially only a 6-point game and not like a 7 or an 8-point game.
Well, like you said, probably with a field goal, they can probably win the game. Colin Hart with plenty of blockers. In fact, that's the backup. And he'll get about 10 or 12 yards out to the 27-yard line.
Is that the famous Freddie Fox?
It is Freddie Fox.
I know the backup, Freddie Fox. He's a legend. He's the best burger boy there is. I think he's a manager at McDonald's. He's so good. They let Freddie. Freddie's got like a little office with a gym, so that way he keeps in shape while managing the workers at McDonald's. You know, that's why he's so good. He only makes that minimum contract money.
Shout out to all the burger boys across the SFL. 4 wideouts, Hart in the backfield, Tyree under center. 3 minutes and counting left to go here in the ball game. Tyree, short drop, tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Yeah, see how you like that, Jason? I knew Freddie Fox. You don't even have to look at the sheet.
Bam Franklin getting in there and getting those mitts up there. He's had a couple sacks today. A lot of work being done in that defensive front there.
Yeah, they need a sack here bad to push Sioux Falls out of field goal range. Right now,
ooh,
what is going on? Was that a false start?
Yeah, I was about to say that looked like a snap infraction, and sure enough, the referee blows the whistle. It's going to be a false start here.
Well, that's a rarity in the SFL, boy.
It definitely is.
You see something new every time, I tell you. I don't think our O-lines are very well disciplined, but that's a rarely seen call, and that's as bad as a sack almost. Now Vancouver, Sioux Falls is out of field goal range. I guess one penalty deserves another.
A couple more stops, and Vancouver gets the ball back with the potential to win this ball game here. 2nd and 15 now following the false start penalty. Tyree handoff to Hart, has nowhere to go. Marquise Reed coming up and laying the lumber.
You get a ball game, folks. Again, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your girlfriends, tell Andy's. I mean, tell your ex-girlfriends.
Tell them all.
But it all comes down to this play right here for the Legion.
3rd and 19. Can't give up anything big here. Sioux Falls continuing to bleed that clock. Tyree to throw deep over the middle, and that was exactly what you didn't want to give them. Harrelson with the first down, and that honestly might do it there, Matt.
And now Vancouver's missing that timeout. When you'd love to have it here, you don't have it. And they're going to get the 2-minute warning, but I have a feeling we're going to see a steady diet. With Colin Hart, you kick the field goal, and you're like, yep, this game's over.
2-minute warning right here. And that might have been the play of the game right there as Sioux Falls holds a 6-point lead over the Vancouver Legion. You're watching the SFL on YouTube presented by APM Music.
And again, Tyree has thrown the ball 42 times today. Completed 28 passes. But they've done a decent job out of him. A 72 rating, 2 picks. But it's the lack of the Vancouver offense that's been the problems in this game.
Tyree gonna get sacked again. There's Red Ross. Vancouver's not done yet as they burn a timeout here.
Yeah, Red Ross has been a beast.
He has.
Holy jeez, they better give that guy more money. Is that Red's second sack of the day?
I think so, yes. Credit the Burger Boys down there in the defensive trenches there. Three wideouts for Tyree under center. He's going to take a short drop. Harrelson has the catch over the middle of the field, which is not what Vancouver wanted. They got to burn their last time out, and they got nothing remaining.
And they really need... I mean, okay, so this is your interesting scenario. First down wins you the game, but a pick may lose you the game. To me, I just give the ball to my halfback. See if he gets the first down. If not, kick the field goal. Most likely make it from this distance and take the win. But we'll see what they want to do here.
Crucial 3rd down. Tyree under center. He is going to give it off to Hart, who throws the stiff arm and avoids a second tackler on his way into the end zone. Touchdown and the late hit flag.
What a play by Hart.
And that was the big boy play that Sioux Falls needed to just put the nail in the coffin there. Unbelievable play by Colin Hart to get into the end zone on that play.
Yeah, he broke 2 tackles on that and then showed the burners. Boy, someone needs to fire these people in the truck. Where's my replay? But yeah, maybe we'll see it on the post-game show. He broke, I believe, 2 tackles and then turned it upfield, and that could be the death rattle for the Legion. Now they need 2 touchdowns to win the game.
In a minute 48 with no timeouts.
Andy Hamilton needs to bust out the shotgun here because with only a minute 48 to go, again, not much time to play conservative.
23-10 ball game in favor of Sioux Falls as they score off of an incredible rushing touchdown by Colin Hart, breaking tackles on the way to the end zone. We'll see what Vancouver can do to answer if they have anything left in the tank, down by 13 with a minute 48 and no timeouts left.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see teams in the SFL start resting their defensive starters up this much. But if you let Vancouver score quickly, that onside kick is, it's happened before.
You know, I called it last week, and I'm still amazed by that onside kick.
That was a heck of a bounce. Yeah, I saw that.
Oof.
Top plays.
Oof. But here we go, 23-10, Biddix and company on the field, 4 wideouts. Hill in the backfield. Biddix with a short drop, has time. He's going to throw it over to Killian, able to find him. Wow. That was a gutsy call right there. Good catch by
nice
Killian.
Jump. And they're in a good set to run this no auto. Let's see what plays they have out of it here now.
Medium drop. This time he's going to throw it right into the defender. I think he was looking for Stevens. Just led him a bit too far on that.
At the end of the world, let's them get some fresh players in there. But Sharon McGee, it wasn't under any pressure, and that ball was just way outside.
Like I said, I think he was looking for Stevens. Just kind of led him a bit too far on that play. He probably should have had a pick, honestly. But 2nd and 10 coming up here.
See what formation Vancouver wants to come out in. We expect a shot. No shotgun. Maybe they're going to keep those backs in there to protect Biddix.
Might be looking at that max protect that you like.
Yep, here they are.
Biddix going to throw deep over the middle. Same looking play. Almost had it that time.
Batted away at that last second. Otherwise, he was open. That could have been a touchdown right there.
These Sparrow linebackers have been playing out of their minds today. Alex Parker and Nick Fargo both just coming out and showing out. This is a better formation here. 4 wideouts. Biddix under center. Gonna take a 3-step drop, shuffles his feet, check down over to Hill, but that's not what you were looking for from Vancouver.
What are the Legion doing? Timeout?
I'm not sure. They're taking their sweet time.
And he loses visor and his hands. Can you not call timeout? I don't know. Now they're rushing to the. This is it. This is the ball game, right, folks?
Well, Vancouver has no more timeouts. They're at 4th and 13. This is definitely the ball game here. 4 wideouts from the gun. Biddix, pocket collapsing, throws it over the right, and it's picked off. That's going to be the ball game right there. Andrew Nyberg sealing the deal for the Sparrows, and they're going to move to 3-1.
Yeah, Biddix had a guy right there. If he had thrown it right there, he would have had 80 at the bottom, but Farrell, but he waited too long, and by the time he came back to his other option, it was too well covered. So now 46 seconds to go, and it's all done but the kneel down.
Yep. Best formation in football, victory formation.
Unless you're Vancouver, that's not.
True. Good ball game, though, from both sides. I mean, the score would probably say differently, but Vancouver's defense held tough, and they definitely kept them in the ball game here.
Yeah, they need to just work on just fine-tune that playbook a little more. I saw some very positive plays, and then I saw some plays that kind of made me go, yeah, maybe you want to take that one out and try another one. But, still very early in the season, lots of time to get things dialed in. And we'll be seeing Vancouver soon, so hopefully they don't get it dialed in too soon. And actually, Mexico City faces Sioux Falls next week, so fans vote for that game for the game of the week.
Meanwhile, Vancouver is going to travel out west to California to visit the Sharks over in the Shark Tank. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for both of those games. As we get a look at the final score, 23-10, Sioux Falls victorious over Vancouver. Sioux Falls moving to 3-1 on the year, and Vancouver falling to 1-3 as we get a look at the final stats. Yeah, absolutely.
417 yards, 30 minutes of possession.
And that was
Vancouver won this game. That would have blown my mind.
That was what we were talking about the entire game, is the fact that Sioux Falls methodically pushed the ball down the field. There was absolutely nothing that Vancouver could do other than just kind of stand up and say, okay, well, we'll give you 3 points here and there, but...
And Sioux Falls' running game got going in the second half. Colin Hart has to be the unsung hero, especially in the second half, and brought another dimension to their offense. See, that was a great play. They should keep that one in the playbook for sure. He hit Killian twice on that.
Well, Killian had some good spots. Obviously, he came out with 107 yards.
I think here's the run we're talking about. Here's the one broken. And here comes the second broken tackle. And look at this turn up field. Nothing but green grass ahead. And then he gets roughed at the end. Poor guy, but wasn't hurt, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah, that was most definitely, that was another top play nominee right there. I'm sure we'll be seeing at least a couple plays in the SFL Blitz here that Cam is going to go bananas over.
We know what's number one.
Of course. Your QB sneak?
And Colin Hart, the player of the game. And like I said, he was the unsung hero of the second half. And hey, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. I'll name him player of the game.
Well, Matt, any final thoughts before we let the people go?
Good bounce back game for Sioux Falls, but they got us to deal with, so good luck on that. And Vancouver, very competitive, just work on a few things, and I think we got a bright season ahead still.
Again, want to thank Mike Daggs on stats for tonight. On behalf of Matt Willson, Mike Daggs, and all of our SFL crew deep in the heart of Texas, my name is Eric Vinson. Thank you guys for tuning in, and be sure to tune in tonight on Twitch. We will definitely need your viewership for tonight's broadcast, so be sure to tune in.
And your bits.
And your bits. Show me your bits. Good night, folks.